All right, in this video, we're gonna be talking about the pros and the cons of owning a vacation rental, specifically here in Branson, Missouri. Coming up. Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm Jason with Greater Nixa Homes, and on this channel, we talk about all things real estate from Nixa down to Branson. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're watching this channel for any period of time, you probably know we cover a lot about vacation rental investing. It's one of my specialities. Our firm, Worley Associates, is one of the leading nightly rental investment firms here in the Tri-Lakes area. So I have a passion and I'm highly trained with vacation rental investing, helping people purchase and sell vacation rentals specifically. If you'd like to get a copy of our broker's book, Myths, Management, and Mastery of Vacation Rental, I would be happy to send you a free copy. All you have to do is reach out. All my contact information is right down in the description below. Let's get into the content for today, the pros and the cons of vacation rental investing. One of the obvious main pros of vacation rental investing is the extra income. Our season here in Branson is on average about 150 to 160 nights per year. If you take on average $120 to $130 per night and you multiply that by 150, 160 nights per year, you can get a good average expectation, 3 bedrooms. Then you should generally expect to be grossing about $30,000 per year. It's about, on average, about $10,000 per bedroom per year is what I'd like to see my clients getting. And that's about what they do get. And tons more, those who are more experienced, who have acquired many properties and have been going through this year after year and kind of learned the ins and outs and how to market their properties and how to cut their costs and their expenses. Certainly we'll see a much better rate of return based on either increasing their nights per year booked or, like I said, just decreasing their expenses along the way. Learning how to advertise on all different kinds of online platforms is going to help you a lot too. But I generally would tell my clients, be expecting, if you're going to go in looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath vacation rental anywhere in Branson, expect to be grossing about $20,000 per year. Once you get up above 5, 6-bedroom vacation rentals, your nights per year go down, but then you can really afford to charge more per night. And so it really starts to even go up above the average norm of $10,000 per year for gross. Now I say gross because I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what you're going to be able to, every property, every location with taxes and COA, HOA dues, and depending on how you're going to manage it, if you're going to use a property manager or if you're going to use it yourself. I'm not be able to tell you your exact net, but I can certainly help you run your numbers. I've got a VR calculator. I'd be happy to share that with you if that's something that you're wanting to really kind of break down how much. This is the question that I always get from people. How much can I make on, if I buy this specific property? Well, I'll help you plug in your expenses and show you exactly how we would like to calculate, how many peak season nights you can get and how many off peak season nights you'll be able to get. And maybe even throw in some tax benefits in there too, which we'll talk about here in just a second. So what are some of the cons of vacation rental investing? I'd say just like with long-term rental investing, you're going to have some unexpected expenses that are going to come up your way. You should be kind of expecting, when you're purchasing the property, be looking, should I be expecting to replace that air conditioner very soon? The hot water heater and other things like that. Your property manager may be able to replace some things included in their fee that they're charging you if you're using a property manager. For a lot of the other normal things in a home, you need to have a budget for unexpected expenses, reserves, maintenance, and that kind of deal. So I'd say maybe having an annual budget of about 1% of your home's purchase price, and whether or not you use that or not, it's, if you don't, great. You can decide what you want to do with that money at the end of the year, but at least it's set aside in case something does come up. All right, definitely a pro tip here would be that your home should and probably will continue to rise in value, especially if it is approved for vacation rental. If you're in a condo and all of the condos in that area are approved for vacation rental, you could definitely see the difference if you're looking online at condos for sale here in Branson. Notch condos out in Branson West, those have gone up almost 100% in value in the last 5 years. They were trading at around mid-50s to 60,000 just 5 short years ago. And now the same exact condos are turning around and trading for well over 100,000 to 120,000, which is just absolutely insane. The same small square footage condo that you would get down in maybe Fall Creek are still trading for around 60 to 75,000. So different places will appreciate. So if you know the areas that have had a history of increasing in value, that's going to definitely, you want to take that into consideration as far as like what kind of value is that going to be to you having your exit strategy. Is this something that I can turn around and sell very quickly in a high demand market for more than what I paid for it? So another con is that, a lot of people that kind of frown because when you're buying any kind of investment property, a second home, there's more risk on the lender. If you're getting a loan, you're going to have a higher down payment. You're not going to be able to get FHA, USDA, VA financing, or even like conventional loans that have low down payment requirements. Depending on your credit score, you're probably going to be looking at anywhere from 20 to 30% down when you're investing and you're needing to get a loan. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so definitely I think a pro in this business is any type of income producing property, you're going to be able to write off all of your business expenses. And that, obviously would include, your housekeeping fees, any type of restocking fee. I'd say, your property management, that's a big one per year. You can write off a lot of your business expenses. And so get with your tax professional and really kind of go over somebody who's well-versed with vacation rental investments. Be sure to keep your receipts and start looking at how you can maximize all your deductions every year based on how many expenses you've got going out every year on each property. Con here would definitely be Uncle Sam. Taxes obviously come due every year. And if you're renting your property out for more than 14 days a year, which I would hope that you are, you're definitely going to have taxes that you're going to have to keep into consideration. And not just your federal. Here in Missouri, we do have state income tax. Your local municipalities, if you're in the city limits of Branson, you will have to pay an extra tourism tax, just so you know. So be planning for all that. And again, get with your tax professional and try to figure out maybe some other different ways that you can maximize the benefits of claiming your tax deductions. All right, one other pro, and this is a big one here, obviously, is when you're not renting it out to people for income, you can use that property whenever you want. You can have your friends come down. Branson is such a great centralized place for people who have families from all over the United States. If you're not from, close by, you have a place that you can go and vacation on around Table Rock Lake, use that property for whatever purposes you want. You can have your friends come and stay. You can charge your friends or not charge your friends. It depends on, I guess, what kind of friends you got. Okay, another con definitely is the upkeep and the maintenance, the time that's spent on the upkeep and maintenance of your property. If you are semi-local within 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour from Branson, maybe not big a deal to drive back and forth, but you want to be weighing in the cost of gas, having to go and check on your property. If you're not using a property manager, a lot of times your housekeeper, your cleaning company will be keeping eyes and ears on your property because they're the ones locally. They're going to be in there day in and day out. If you're doing it yourself though, you just need to weigh that out because it's definitely kind of a pain in the rear to have to go in and be checking between every check-in and check-out if they've done anything to the property, and having to make sure that at least you have somebody that you trust that can be there very quickly to be able to get things back in working order and show that property the way that you want it to be shown, to give your guests that primo experience. You don't want a week to go by with something that has been unattended and then risk getting a bad review. So that's definitely a con. There's also the marketing aspect. Investors don't really think about, if you're managing it yourself, there is a lot of time and effort that goes into creating marketing pieces and marketing strategies, online Facebook advertising. That can definitely be a con if you're not all that familiar with it, but it can be a huge benefit if you really take the time to learn, because that will obviously add bookings for you. So if you don't, aren't very technological savvy or definitely social media savvy, find someone that can help you with that so that it's not so much of a con for you. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, you guys. Vacation rental investing is something that I'm very passionate about. I have a lot more knowledge that I would love to be able to share with you. If I didn't answer all of your questions. You can check out some of my other videos on vacation rental investing. I have a ton of them. I'll put a link for it right up here in the corner for you, but reach out anytime. All my contact information is right down in the description. I'm Jason with Greater Nixa Homes, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.